Oliver, you are on the air. Who am I speaking with, Emma? Where are you from?
Hello, this is Concetta. I'm calling from a small town in Italy where time seems to stand still. But my story is anything but ordinary.
Sarah, I'm Martell, and I'm thrilled to hear about your extraordinary experiences. Tell me more about your small town in Italy.
Well, brother, I don't think it's quite like any other place in the world. It's a quiet little town with cobblestone streets and ancient buildings that have stood for centuries. But what makes it truly unique is the fact that every single person who lives here has an incredible story to tell. From tales of ghostly apparitions to unexplained events, there's never a dull moment.
That sounds fascinating. I can only imagine what it must be like to live in a place where everyone has their own mystery to share. Can you tell me more about one of these incredible stories?
Of course. One of the most memorable stories I remember is that a woman who claimed to have found a hidden room in her ancestral home. She said that inside the room was a treasure chest filled with gold and jewels. But when she tried to open it, she was attacked by a group of shadowy figures. No one else has ever been able to find this hidden room, and some even say it doesn't exist at all.
And that's quite the story. It's amazing how such a small town can be filled with so much intrigue and mystery. Have you heard anything else about this hidden room with the shadowy figures who attacked the woman?
Well, over the years I've heard all sorts of rumors and theories about what really happened in that room. Some say it was cursed, while others believe it was a portal to another world. And as for the shadowy figures, some people claim they were members of an ancient secret society, while others think they were just regular townspeople caught up in a strange turn of events.
It's fascinating to hear all these different theories and speculations. It really makes you wonder what the truth might be. I'm sure many people have tried to uncover the secrets of that hidden room, but with no success so far. Have you ever tried to find it yourself?
I don't think I have the courage to venture into that room myself. But I do know a few people who have attempted to find it over the years. They have all reported strange occurrences, like feeling as if they're being watched or hearing whispers in the darkness. Some have even claimed to have seen ghostly apparitions inside the room.
That's truly unsettling. I can only imagine how scary it must be to try and explore the hidden room, especially when you're not alone. But it does make you wonder what kind of secrets are hidden within those walls. In line another story, are there any other stories from your town that are particularly intriguing and mysterious?
But I could tell you about the time a man claimed to have seen a UFO land in our town's where the entire town was in a state of panic because people tried to figure out what was happening. Some even said it was an alien invasion. After a few days of confusion and chaos, people tried to figure out the UFO just disappeared as suddenly as it had arrived. You might have another story I could tell you about the woman who claimed to have heard a voice whisper over every night. She said it was the voice of an old man, and he would speak in riddles that no one else could understand. Some people believed she was communicating with the spirit world, while others thought she was just going crazy.
Those are both fascinating stories. It's amazing how diverse and intriguing the experiences in your town can be. Do you have any idea why so many strange things happen there? Inviting another story? Well, some people say it's because of the town's history. Ancestors were said to have been involved in all sorts of strange and mysterious activities, from witchcraft to ancient rituals. Some even believe our town sits on a powerful energy line or portal to another world. Inviting another story, maybe it's just because people in your town are more open-minded and willing to explore the unknown. Whatever the reason, I think it's safe to say that your town is unlike any other place in the world.
That's true. And I think it's what makes our town so special. We may not have all the answers, but we certainly do have some incredible stories to share. Thanks for letting me tell you about my experiences in our little corner of the world.
Until you, It's been a pleasure hearing all about the mysteries and wonders of your town. I'm sure our listeners have enjoyed every bit of it as well. So keep exploring the unknown and keep sharing your stories with us, Deborah.
I too. It's been a pleasure talking with you and sharing my experiences. I look forward to our next conversations, ending the conversation.
Likewise, unsaid. It's always a treat to hear about your town and its fascinating history. I hope you have a great day, and we'll chat again soon, ending the conversation.
I too. I hope you have a great day as well. Talk to you soon, ending the conversation.
You're welcome. Unsaid, I hope you have a fantastic day, and our next conversation is just as enchanting as this. Take care, ending the conversation.
I do. I will definitely take care and look forward to our next conversation. You too, ending the conversation.
Of course. Unsaid, it's always a pleasure to hear from you and learn more about your town's mysteries. Keep exploring them and keep sharing your stories with us in the comment section by the end of the story. Speaking of exploring the unknown, have you heard of any strange or mysterious events that happened recently in your town?
There. Just last week there was a strange incident at the old abandoned factory on the edge of town. A group of teenagers broke into and found a hidden room filled with all sorts of odd and unexplained objects. They said they felt a strange energy emanating from the room. But when they tried to take any of the items, they were suddenly surrounded by a bright light and thrown out of the factory. In writing another story, there's a story of a woman who claims to have seen a ghostly apparition every night for the past month. She says it's always the same figure, a man in a long black coat, but she can never get a good look at his face. In writing another story, and let's not forget about the recent sightings of strange lights in the sky. Some people have reported seeing them as early as sunset, and they seem to appear and disappear at will. In writing another story, it's amazing how much excitement and intrigue is happening in our little town these days. But it does make you wonder what secrets are still hidden beneath the surface.
Indeed. Unsaid, it's always fascinating to hear about the strange and mysterious events happening in your town. It sounds like there's a lot of unexplained activity going on. Do you have any thoughts on what could be causing these incidents and by Holler? You are on the air. Who am I speaking with, and where are you from?
Hello. I'm Mildred. I'm calling in from the middle of the desert.
Mildred, I can picture you right now. The endless expanse of sand and sky behind you. A lone figure in the middle of it all. You sound like an intrepid explorer, navigating through the vast unknown with unwavering determination. Tell me more about what's been keeping you busy out here.
Well, I've been living out here in the desert for quite some time now, working as a researcher and explorer. My focus has been on discovering ancient civilizations and uncovering their secrets. Recently, I stumbled upon a hidden underground city that dates back thousands of years. It's truly an incredible sight to behold, with intricate carvings and structures still intact despite the harsh desert environment. It's not just the physical challenges that have kept me busy out here. There are also stories and legends that I've encountered on my travels. One of my favorites is the tale of a group of nomads who used to roam the desert in search of treasures, guided by a mysterious star that only they could see. They were known for their incredible luck and ability to navigate the desert with ease, and their legend continues to inspire me on my own journey. Overall, I feel like I've stumbled upon a world that's completely separate from anything else out there, full of mystery and wonder. I can only imagine what the secrets are waiting to be uncovered in this vast expanse of sand and sky.
Mildred, your passion for exploration and discovery is truly inspiring. The underground city you discovered sounds like a marvel to behold, with intricate carvings and structures still standing the test of time. Can you tell us more about what's inside this hidden gem? As to the stories and legends you've encountered on your travels. The tale of the nomads guided by a mysterious star is certainly fascinating. Have you encountered any other intriguing tales or myths during your time in the desert? Must be. I cannot imagine the sense of wonder and excitement you must feel as you continue to explore this uncharted territory. What keeps you on your journey through the vast expanse of sand and sky?
The underground city that I discovered is truly a sight to behold. Inside, there are incredible carvings and structures that depict the history and culture of the civilization I built. There are also intricate mosaics and frescoes that tell stories of the gods and heroes, as well as their achievements in art, science, and technology. It's truly a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of these ancient people. In terms of stories and legends, I've encountered many over the years. One that stands out is the tale of desert wanderers who were said to possess magical powers that allowed them to control the illness. They would travel through the desert, summoning rainstorms to quench their thirst and calling forth sandstorms to protect themselves from predators. While I haven't been able to verify this story, I can't help but wonder if there might be some truth to it. As for what keeps me going on my journey through the desert, it's a combination of things. Firstly, my love of adventure and discovery drive me forward. But I also feel a sense of responsibility to preserve these ancient civilizations and their heritage for future generations. There's something incredibly rewarding about uncovering lost history and bringing it back into life. Ultimately, it's the thrill of exploring the unknown that keeps me going, day after day in this vast expanse of sand and sky.
Now, Dirk, the underground city you discovered truly sounds like a treasure trove of history and culture. I can only imagine the excitement you must feel as you explore its hidden depths. Your encounter with tales of desert wanderers who possess magical powers is certainly intriguing. While I understand your skepticism, it's possible that there may be some truth to these stories. After all, this desert has been home to many mysterious and mythical creatures throughout history. Perhaps there are still secrets waiting to be uncovered in this endless sea of sand. Your dedication to preserving these ancient civilizations and their heritage is commendable. It's important that we don't forget our past and the incredible achievements of those who came before us. Your journey through the desert is truly an inspiration, and I wish you all the best in your own explorations. If you have any more stories to share or questions to ask, feel free to give me a call anytime. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.
Thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate the support and encouragement you've given me on my journey through the desert. While I am certainly skeptical about stories and magical powers, I'm always open to new ideas and possibilities. There's something about the desert that makes you question reality and wonder if there might be more to it than meets the eye. I agree it's important to preserve our past and honor the incredible achievements of those who came before us. That's what drives me forward in my exploration, knowing that I'm contributing to a greater understanding of history and culture. Thank you again for your support and for helping me share my story with your audience. I look forward to continuing my journey through the desert and discovering new wonders along the way.
You're very welcome. Now, Aldrich, it's always a pleasure to support fellow adventurers and hear about our experiences. I completely understand your feeling of wonder and skepticism when it comes to stories of magical powers and civilizations. The desert has a unique way of challenging our perceptions, making us question what we know for sure. I couldn't agree more with your dedication to preserving history and culture. It's crucial that we don't forget the incredible achievements of those who came before us. And now we continue to explore and learn from their experiences. Thank you for sharing your story with me tonight. Now, Jared, I wish you all the best in your future explorations and look forward to hearing about your discoveries. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.
Thank you for having me on your show. It's been a pleasure sharing my story with you and your audience. I appreciate the support and encouragement you've given me, and I look forward to continuing my journey through the desert. If anyone has any questions or wants to learn more about my experiences, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Until then, Stay curious and keep exploring.
It was my pleasure to have you on the show. Now, dear, your passion for exploration and discovery is truly inspiring, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you for sharing your story with us tonight. I'm sure I'll Paula, you are on the air. Who am I speaking with, and where are you from?
Hello. I'm Larry from a small town in the state of Colorado. Hey, I'm calling into the paranormal talk show to share an experience that has left me both terrified and amazed. A few weeks ago, while on a hike of the Rocky Mountain, I encountered something that defies all explanation. As I was exploring a secluded area, I saw a strange glowing object in the distance. I approached it cautiously, but as I got closer, I realized it was a spaceship. The ship was massive and seemed to be hovering just above the ground. I couldn't believe my eyes, and I stood there, frozen with fear and wonder. I saw the ship begin to emit the bright beam of light that illuminated the entire area. Suddenly, I felt a strange sensation in my body, like I was being lifted up off the ground. When I opened my eyes, I found myself floating above the ground, surrounded by the spaceship. It was an otherworldly experience that I will never forget. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story with all of you.
But, Larry, that sounds like an incredible experience. Can you tell me more about the spaceship? What did it look like? Did it have any identifying marks or symbols on it? How long were you floating in mid-air before anything happened? And what kind of sensation did you feel while you were suspended there?
Of course, the spaceship was unlike anything I had ever seen before. It was completely smooth and shiny, with no discernible seams or joints. There were no identifying marks or symbols on it that I could see. It looked like a massive, floating orb of light. As for the sensation I felt while I was floating, it was both strange and exhilarating. It was like nothing I had ever experienced before. I felt as though I was being lifted up by some unseen force, and that I had complete control over where I went. It was a feeling of freedom that was almost addictive. As for how long I was floating, it's hard to say for sure. It felt like an eternity. But when I finally landed back on the ground, it seemed like only a few minutes had passed. It was like time had slowed down while I was in midair.
That's fascinating. Larry, it sounds like you had a truly extraordinary experience. I can only imagine how amazing it must have felt for you weightless and floating through the air. Well, was there anything else strange or unusual that happened during your encounter with this spaceship? Have you tried to find any information online about similar sightings or encounters? I'm sure there are many people who would love to hear about your experience.
There are definitely some strange and unusual things that have happened during my encounter with the spaceship. For one thing, I could feel a strange energy emanating from the ship. It was like nothing I had ever felt before, and it left me feeling both energized and buzzing with excitement. Another strange thing was that the ship seemed to be communicating with me in some way. I couldn't understand the language, but I could feel the messages being conveyed through a strange tingling sensation in my brain. It was like they were speaking directly to me, and I could sense their intent. As for finding information online about similar sightings, I haven't really tried. I know there are many people who claim to have seen UFOs or other unexplained phenomena, but I've never really paid much attention to those stories. My encounter with the spaceship is so real and intense it's hard for me to believe it was just a figment of my imagination. But I do know there are many people out there who would love to hear about my spirit, and I hope that by sharing my story, I can inspire others to open their minds to the possibility of the paranormal.
Your experience is truly remarkable, and it's clear that you have a deep passion for exploring the unknown. I completely understand why you might be hesitant to share your story with others, especially given the potential backlash or skepticism that could come from some people. However, I think it's important to remember that everyone has the right to their own beliefs and perspectives. Your experience is unique and valid, regardless of what others may think. If you're comfortable doing so, I would encourage you to share your story with as many people as possible. You never know who might be touched or inspired by your words. And in any case, it can be a cathartic experience to share your story and get it off your chest. Whatever path you decide to take, remember that you're not alone in this journey of discovery and exploration. There are many others out there who share your curiosity and passion for the unknown. And I hope that you can find a sense of community and support among them.
Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate them. You're right. It can be difficult to share my story with others, especially when there's so much uncertainty and skepticism surrounding the paranormal. But as you said, everyone has the right to their own beliefs and perspectives.
Cholera, you are on the air. Who am I speaking with and where are you from?
Hello, I'm Vincent from the bustling city of New York. Last night I witnessed something truly extraordinary that left me speechless and in awe. I was walking home from work late at night when suddenly the sky turned a deep shade of purple and began to glow with an otherworldly light. In the distance I saw a strange creature flying over its knees was beating rhythmically against the night sky. As I got closer I realized that this creature was unlike anything I had ever seen before. It had glowing green eyes, a long that filled with razor-sharp teeth, and scales covering its body like armor. Without warning, it swooped down and landed in front of me, mid-air a roll as I shivered down my spine. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Was this a creature from another planet or some kind of supernatural being? I stood frozen in fear as the creature stared at me with its piercing gaze before taking off once more into the night sky. It was a sight I will never forget, and I feel honored to have been able to witness such a rare and fascinating phenomenon.
Aha, that sounds like quite the experience. Can you tell me more about the creature's movement and behavior? Did it seem aggressive or friendly towards you? And what was its size compared to a human being?
Yes, definitely. The creature's movements were graceful and fluid as it flew through the air. It seemed to be completely at ease in its surroundings, as if it was perfectly comfortable flying at night. Its behavior was difficult to interpret. It didn't seem aggressive towards me, but it also didn't appear friendly or welcoming. It was more like a curious observer, taking an interest in me and my presence. As for its size, it was much larger than a human being. Its wingspan must be at least 20 feet across, and its body was easily twice my height. Despite its simple size, however, it moved with a certain elegance which made it almost otherworldly in its appearance.
Well, it's fascinating how you describe the creature's appearance and movement. Can you tell me more about its scales? Were they smoother or textured, and did they seem to shimmer in the light of the lone sky? Have you encountered any other strange creatures like this one since then?
Certainly. The creature's scales were smooth and glossy, almost like they were made of some kind of iridescent metal. They seemed to catch the light of the lone sky, creating this mesmerizing display of colors that danced across the body. I haven't ever noticed strange creatures like this one since that I can't help but feel like I'm made more out of waiting to discover. The world is full of mysteries and wonders. I feel privileged to have had the opportunity to witness something so extraordinary. Thank you for listening.
No problem at all. I'm here to listen and help you make sense of your experiences. It sounds like you'd quite been kidding about this mysterious creature, and I'm sure many people dream of experiencing themselves. Have you tried sharing your story with anyone else? Maybe they've had a similar experience or can offer some insight into what you witnessed. And who knows, maybe your story will inspire others to look at and wonder about the possibilities beyond our world.
Yes, I've shared my story with a few close friends and family members, but I haven't really gone public with it yet. There are always risks involved in sharing something like this, and people might dismiss it as mere fantasy or even try to spread a new voice, so. But I feel that it's important to share these experiences with others, especially if they can inspire curiosity and wonder about the world we live in. Who knows, maybe someone else out there has had a similar encounter and can offer some insight into what I witnessed. Maybe just maybe my story will help others live in advice. I see not this is a vast expanse of darkness, but it's a gateway, a world full of mist and thank to you for your support.
Of course. I completely understand your desire to share your experiences and inspire curiosity in others. So when I you so at one really your story is unique and special. And many people I don't know would be interested in you and mysterious creature. Keep sharing your story, and maybe one day you will help others open their minds to the possibilities beyond our world. And remember, I'm always here to listen and support you on your journey.
Thank you so much for your support and encouragement. It means a lot to me that you're willing to listen and help me make sense of my experiences.